Hello everybody, Zaydog here. Welcome back to another video. Today I will be doing an example solve on the 6x6. So basically, if you already know how to solve a 6x6, but you want to kind of refresh and maybe you're forgetting how to do a step, then hopefully this might help. Or you just want to see someone solve a 6x6 and how they do it. So anyway, I'm going to get this scrambled up and we'll get right into it. Okay, so we got it scrambled. We're just going to get right into it. So first we're going to start off by making the white center, and we're going to do this by making bars. And so we're going to start with the inner bars and then do the outside ones. So right off the bat, I see we have these two center pieces already right there. So I'm going to insert this piece right now like that. Now we just need this piece to complete the bar, and there's one right there. So we have our first inner white bar. Now we got to find the other white centers, or like kind of smaller center pieces. There's one. Now we just need to insert this piece like that and then bring it up. So there we have our two inner bars, and now we just got to make these outer ones. And there's a few pieces right there. We just got to swap that around. Now we just need this one. There we go. Bring it up. And there's a piece right there. So we're not going to break up this now that we have it. So we got to be careful what moves we do. So there's another piece. Now we're going to insert this one like that. And the last white piece. Oops. There it is. It's on the bottom. So we got to turn this so that by moving this up, we don't disturb the top part. And now we're going to insert that like that. And we're going to pull that up. And there we have the white center. Now moving on to the yellow center, we're going to do the same exact thing, except now we got to be careful not to mess up this part. So here's our first little center. Now we got to turn this away so that we can move the white part back down without disturbing the yellow side. And then we just got to do that same thing. We're going to bring this up to there and then move it away and bring it back down. And now we have our first yellow bar. And now here's another yellow centerpiece, and there's the other one. We're going to bring that in like that. And now we just need this piece. And it's right there. Oops, nope, that's not it. See, there it is. Alright, we're going to bring that like this. Now, to not disturb this, instead of just moving it and putting it up, since that would disturb this white layer, we have to bring it down, moving the white layer out of place. Then we're going to do F2, pull it back up, and then that'll move the white layer back and put the yellow layer in. Now we're going to work on these yellow sides. There's a couple pieces there. And then here's another one. We're going to move that in. And when we're moving these layers, we don't have to worry about messing up the white side since it's not doing anything to those turns. Now we're going to put this one in right there. And now again, bring it down, F2, bring it back up. And then it preserves the white layer and puts the yellow one in. And yeah, we're going to bring that piece down. Turn it to the side, bring the white layer back up, and then put the white yellow piece in like that, and then the last one in like that, and then we're going to bring it down, F2, bring it back up. Now we have both centers done, and so for these, you really are just going to do the same thing. So I'm going to do a time lapse where we'll do red and green, and then I'll bring you back in for the last two because they can be a little tricky. So yeah, we're going to start the time lapse. Okay, so we finished those two layers, and now we're going to just do, or not layers, centers. Now we're going to do the blue and orange. we're basically going to do the same thing, except now we have to be careful not to mess up any of our other centers. And I see we already have 3 oranges here, but before I go on, you got to make sure that you have the centers in the right position. So what I like to do is I start with yellow on top, and it goes red, green, orange, blue. Because if you flip 2 of them and mess up, then it's gonna really be a pain later in the solve. So we have an orange bar, most of a bar there, and then the last piece is there, so we're going to insert that, and then turn it away, bring the green back down, and we're going to bring this up and bring the orange bar into that position. Now we're going to line up this orange piece, bring that back down, and since we already have a full bar here, it wouldn't hurt just to go ahead and put that in. It's just going to be a little harder now that we've done that. But, let's see. Bring that up. Bring this down. Then we can bring that one up. There's another bar. Bring it back down. Then we're going to go up. Back down. And now we're going to bring this up and pull it back down. And so for this, if there's just 2 or 1 left, you're going to get them in the same spot. You're going to turn the oranges to where they would need to go. And then we're just going to bring the layer up like that. Turn it to the, do a U move. Then we're going to fill in these oranges with these. So we're going to go up. There's that piece. And then up. And then there's that one. Now we're going to turn it. Bring this back down. And then you can see it's going to complete these 2. Then we'll just bring those in. And so there we have all the centers. Now we're going to move on to the edges. Now we're going to pair the edges just like we would on 4x4 or 5x5. And so you're just going to bring it to where it needs to go across. Well, not that one. We're going to start with this orange-white since we already have 2 right there. So we need to bring this over. Now you can either do it 1 piece at a time, or you can line up multiple layers around the cube and then just keep turning until they line up. But just for the sake of this, we're just going to do the 1 right now. So that brings those 2 together. Gonna bring it up, turn it back. And now we're just gonna finish this with the orange and white. So there's another orange white. Gonna bring it down to where it needs to go, so that when we move it across, it'll be right there. And then we just need the last one, which is right here. Gonna bring that down. So now it just needs to go across to pair with these other ones. So there's our first one. Now when you're just pairing these, you just gotta make sure that there's a spot that isn't solved when you bring it back down, so you don't mess up any solved bars. So yeah, I'm gonna time lapse this again to where there's only 2 edges that you need to pair left, because that can be a little bit tricky. Okay, so we have the last 2 edges that we need to pair, and there are a few different cases for this. I'm just going to be doing the one that we have, because this is not necessarily a tutorial video, but more of just an example solve. So we're just going to go about this the way I would. I just kind of mess around with a few different algorithms. And so normally I just do a bunch of 4x4 algs on this. So like try and get this one over here. I'll do the pairing 4x4 algorithm, and then that brings that like there. And then we have 3 red and greens, and then we'll just do the same thing, but we're going to flip both of them. Okay, so now we're going to bring this one over here and then move that one out like this. And as you can see, we have this kind of double where these both need to flip, and that is a 5x5 algorithm, which is this middle one right here. So it is kind of handy to have a little sheet with you. And this is for 5x5, so wherever you see a just double R move, you would actually be moving 3 layers instead of just 2. But since this one does not have any of those double moves, we'll just do the normal algorithm, which is, well, we gotta move it like this. So whenever there's an M move, we're actually gonna have to move both the middle layers. So we have MU prime, R, U, R prime, F, R prime, F prime, R, M, U. And that will solve all the edges. So now we just gotta solve it like a 3x3 unless we get a parity. So I'm just gonna go ahead and time lapse that, and either it'll be solved or we'll just have to do a little parity. So in our case, the cube was solved, but I'm just gonna show you a parity case just in case y'all did get a parity, and so you'll just know how to do that. So you may have gotten a parity that looked a little like this, where basically it was an impossible PLL case where like these two need to swap, or these two are solved and these two need to swap. So what you're gonna do is move these 2 middle right layers twice, and you're gonna do U2 middle right layers twice again. Then we're gonna move the top 3 layers U2, and we're gonna go middle layer right again, and then we're just gonna move these 2 little ones, and then that will solve it. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you would, please give it a big thumbs up, and let me know if you found this kind of helpful or just entertaining, and subscribe if you haven't already. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.